unlikely that people are going to be playing live anytime soon. So what would you say is a musician's number one priority until then?
Did you all hear that?
Hard
Yes.
question.
Okay.
Yeah, really hard question.
Yeah.
I'll let you lot answer that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, very political of you, Georgia. Very nice.
Yeah. Who wants to scream at an abstract concept for 10 minutes? I will.
This guy, Jack,
It's
go
all
for it.
I've been doing for 2 weeks.
Oh man.
No, I mean, look, I won't go deep into it. It's a fantastic question, made evidential by the fact that it's impossible to answer.
Yeah.
One of the biggest issues that musicians are facing today, that artists are facing today, that you musicians are facing today, is that we are absolutely 100%, our role, our job is taken for granted. We're expected to reach further, to spread further, to be more than what we are, which is artists, musicians, songwriters, performers. We're now expected to be social media influencers. We're supposed to be streamers. We're supposed to be gaming streamers. We're supposed to be YouTube personalities. There is so much more than is expected of us than we ever said that we would be able to give. I think one of the biggest issues is that there is very little transparency between what we're expected to do and what our audience, what fans, what the public expect from us. That's something that I've been dealing with a lot over the last couple of weeks, and especially with the last 7 months since lockdown started. At the beginning of lockdown, I threw everything into building my studio upstairs in my house and turning it into essentially a mini broadcasting studio, which for any of us who have tried to do that, it's hard. That's impossible without spending like more money than you would ever make, because the streams that you'll do are for brands that won't pay you.
Yeah.
It's for platform, it's for exposure. It's not, and my time is worth something. My time is worth money. And I'm so tired of having to convince brands that that is just the fact of the matter. Instead, I'm just told to give up 45 minutes of my time so I can perform to 8 people on Instagram Live. And that is just not worth it. It's just not. It's more stress and anxiety than it's actual worth benefit. And that's what my job is turning into. So absolutely, I'm annoyed and I'm angry. And that's a brilliant question, because this is the answer. The answer is not easy. It's not hopeful. It's frustrating. And what it needs is for artists and musicians to actually come together and say, well, our time is worth something. Our industry is worth so much. Our industry is worth 5.4 billion to the UK economy. That's like what we're expected to do is something totally different, because there is no support for our industry. There's no actual beneficial, helpful support to our industry. You know, we're seen as an after-school hobby, and we're not. We're a lifeblood to a culture, to a country. Our music is so important to the rest of the world. We export art better than any other country in Europe does. We are so good at this, and yet this pandemic, this lockdown, has I feel like a smear campaign's just been put against like the live industry, as if it was never really worth it in the first place. It's like, hang on, what? How did this happen?
Yeah.
The live music is so important. It's so important to so many people. Can't even remember what the question was. I'm just angry.
I'm so mad.
Because we just deserve more.
Really
we
well
deserve
put,
more.
Dad.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm snapping for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like, you have no idea how galvanizing and brilliant an answer that is going to be for so many people, because there's this myth.
Because I want to give young musicians hope.
Exactly,
They deserve to have hope to be a part of the music industry that they've been told their entire lives, if they work hard and they're talented enough to be a part of, they will be a part of it. And now those same people are turning around going, well, hang on, you just should have been a fisherman instead. That makes no sense. Sorry, I'm putting myself on mute now.
No, honestly, like, so many musicians are like, I know, it's just when we're starting out that we'll have to do these unpaid gigs, or we'll have to sell this many tickets to be able to play. But hearing that you are basically still experiencing an exact form of that, Jack, means that I think a lot more people will hopefully come together and fight about.
But that's the thing. Don't give up. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep putting on shows. Give what you want to give to people. That's what we do as artists. We give ourselves. But the problem is that our industry has exploited our mental health for its benefit. I keep wanting to go back to my well of my talent and my time, and I keep finding that it's empty because other people are taking from it. I deserve some of that as well. And I refuse to believe that the future of my industry is just about me having an empty well and still being expected to give more from it. That's not how any of this should work. So young people who are listening, young musicians who are trying to get into the industry, top your well up and keep it for yourself, because you deserve it.